Okay, good morning. Welcome back to DanGoesOutdoors YouTube channel. If you're new around here, have a think about subscribing. I put out videos most Sunday mornings, so that's what you get in return. Today, I'm on a park lake for the first time ever. It's YEADON TARN. It's up north. It's pretty close to my house. It's even closer to this man's house. Morning.
2 minutes, lovely.
Yeah. So yeah, well within the lockdown guidelines and all that stuff. But yeah, brilliant place. About 10-12 acres, something like that. And supposedly got 600 odd fish in. I mean, you told these things, but you don't really know. But yeah, I'm really buzzing to get started. So I think what I'm going to do is lead around about 70 yards, something like that, find a nice distance to fish at, and then get some baits on the deck and probably a zig rig or two. See how we get on. Here we go, so we moved swims already. It's really shallow at that end, although it's not really any different down here. But anyway, so 70 yards out, nice firm spot. A couple of pop-ups on it. There's my first one.
Your hand casting again, Dan. You're right this time.
Right, second rod going in. Yellow pop-up this time. Now just a little bit of bait over them, I think 3 or 4 spawns, and that's about it, you know, still pretty cold.
Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme, get all up, it's spotting time.
Okay, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. That was 3 right on the money, so don't really see the point in risking a 4th going off or not opening or whatever. That'll do for me. So with my 2 bottom bait rods, well, pop-ups out there, sort of 70 yards, using a conservatory as a far back marker. I've never done that before. My 3rd rod's going to be a short zig that I'm going to cast around since it's so shallow out there. Just like literally foot zig, red. Always been a fan of red ones, seem to work pretty well. So yeah, I cast this probably pretty far to begin with, and then if I see anything, just chuck it at it as I go.
Well, you can't go left, mate.
Can't go left. Looks like it's right. Okay, it's their sort of mid-morning update. Well, actually, no, it's only about 9, isn't it? Something like that.
Morning update, mate.
Morning update, that'll do. Yeah, rods are out there, lovely. The guy opposite's in at the moment, and the sun's just come out. This is fantastic. Really, really expectant. Alex is falling in. We got ourselves a tough guy.
Love it if you landed on your rods.
Action. Yeah, you. I've got an out for you. What is that, a heron? So I'd heard the crayfish could be pretty bad, and not on one of my rods, but on the middle rod, just wound it in. Look at that, pinched away. So I was out there for about 3 hours, but at least there's hook bait there, you know, like a fish could still take that. Maybe not while it's in a crayfish's claws.
Should have just brought your lunch down.
Just brought me lunch.
Instead of nibbling at your bait.
So just wound in my zig rod for a recast, and when the bailiff came round, he let slip that the guy caught his fish opposite on a black and yellow zig, and I just happened to have one of those tied up.
You let slip, you asked him.
I asked him.
After Dan had finished with his James Bond themed adventures.
Gotta keep it secret, mate.
Pathetic.
So, black and yellow is going on.
You're going to tell them next that you tied your own rig and I didn't have to do it for you?
Can't just give the people the knowledge. I've got to say, one of the good things about fishing Park Lakes, McDonald's delivered. Absolutely outstanding. Hot spicy chicken legend, if you must know.
And that's just me.
So, halfway through the day, nothing's really happened. A few liners, but it could be down to the crayfish, which are a lot worse than we thought. So my slight tactical change is that I'm putting on longer hook links and higher pop-ups, because our rigs are plugging into loads of silt. Like when you're pulling them out, it's really hard on the rod. So maybe the longer hook link and a higher pop-up will help to combat that. Does mean it might be a bit easier for the crayfish to get to it, so I don't know about that. What I'm going to do as well is respawn the area a bit, maybe put a little bit more bait out than I did to begin with, just because I'm betting most of it's been taken by the crayfish anyway, and it might help to have some other food down there to distract them so the hook baits last a bit longer. That's the theory anyway. So yeah, we'll sort these out and whap them out there.
I've just thought of a really good idea. You could add this in. Ready? Take one.
Cut.
Wally. Shall we have a vote? To beard or not to beard? I think we all agree he needs a haircut.
Need a haircut, but I think the beard is staying.
Decent beard, mate.
Might trim it a bit.
Yeah, it needs trimming, sorting out, tidying up.
Yeah. Sounds good. Otherwise I'll be like... Ah! He is disgusting.
Lovely.
I'm bringing my way, I don't want him.
I don't want him. Yeah,
I think there is, yeah. Little aliens. That's even bigger. Another one clawret.
The same one.
Oh my god, look at claw on that one.
Marvellous. That's not even been out that long, and look how much of it's taken off.
That is so bad. So I haven't watched Alex catch 2 crayfish.
There's another one on there.
You got another one
I
on?
reckon so.
Oh my god, it's really bad. So I'm going to wind in one of my rods that's on the bottom and put a short zig back on it. So then I've got 2 zigs. See, he's got another one on now. Unbelievable. And that just happened on your way in. So what we're thinking is it's so bad with crays that just fake bait, zig rigs, things like that. But at least we know we're fishing. Oh no, what is it? Oh, you got a swan mussel. Oh, they're quite rare, you know. Alex has got a massive swan mussel. Size of that swan mussel. And your boilie's been cut in half by crayfish. So Alex and I are coming to the last sort of maybe hour and a half, something like that, of a session now. And we're just reflecting on the day and the difficulties we've come across that we didn't really expect, or we couldn't find any information on, because to be fair, there's not a lot out there about this place. And yeah, there's sort of 3 things that have held us back a bit. First of all, it's been a lot shallower than we expected, which isn't necessarily a problem from a fishing point of view, but you're not getting a proper drop when a rig goes out. So I'm sure they are presented, but I would just like to feel that donk and know that everything's good, you know.
Everything's gonna be alright.
Yeah, you know the
Everything's
feeling.
gonna be okay.
Then we've got the fact that it's really silty. So if I came back, I think I'd probably use helicopter rigs to get around that. Let the lead plug in, have my hook link above it. I don't think the lead clip arrangements with the long links and things that I'm using is necessarily the most effective, because of the third thing, which is the crayfish. Now, they are really bad. This is pretty much the worst I've ever come across. I've fished plenty of places that have crays, but this has been really bad. Baits lasting, well, like 2 hours. I mean, Alex has wound in 3 bits of life from the lake. Not one of them has been a fish. There are 2 crayfish and a swan mussel, so there's loads of life out there. And there are carp. We've seen 2 fish get caught while we're here. But when your rigs are only lasting an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that, before they're really bad. I mean, I'm sure a carp could still take that chewed down bit of pop-up, but I'd rather have the real rig out there. So I think in reality you're getting a maximum of 3 or 4 hours out of a pop-up rig. So I don't know, I'm kind of mulling over. I'm thinking if I came back I'd maybe just either fish zigs on all rods, then you're just wiping out that problem anyway, or possibly just spom out a good load of particle and fish rubber corn over top, like actually tie the corn on rather than like threading it on or whatever. And that could get you something. You could at least leave your rigs out there for, well, for the session if you wanted to. But I don't know. Yeah, I think we will be back, but I'm gonna have to change some things for sure. Oh my god. I think I had one on then. It was like solid as a rock in the sun. So as we're coming to the end now, maybe got another 15 minutes, something like that. Alex has already wound one in. And yeah, a lot of challenges today to get over. Surprisingly didn't mind the park lake side of it. As you know, I fish a lot of rural places, club lakes and things where the only people you're ever going to see are other anglers. And soon got used to the fact that there's, you know, the footpath's just there. But I think if we did come back, I'd probably still bring the bivvy just so you got a little bit more privacy. Other than that, I'd completely changed my tactics. I don't think I'd fish like I fished today. Just saying, if it was sunny, I'd probably go all zigs. Or if it wasn't, I think if you put like a lot of corn out and maybe fish some plastic corn over the top on helicopter rigs, that could help. But I guess we'll just have to come back and find out. So yeah, we'll upload this video, and then in the next few weeks, probably be a part 2 coming up. Keep our fingers crossed that there's some fish in it. So, welcome back. It's about 3 weeks later, and we're back on the tarn, and it's so busy today. There's over 20 bivvies around the lake, and yeah, we've just had to slot in here. We wanted to be further to the right. We're actually 2 swims to the right of where we were last time, so we're getting towards where we want to be, but yeah, it's so busy. Anyway, we also hope the weather would have improved by now, but it snowed last night. There's snow on the grass behind us, and it's about -3 when we pulled up this morning. It's probably only about -1, 0 degrees right now. It's not going to get above maybe 5. In fact, it's probably going to sleet later on. So yeah, anyway, good thing is it's a Sunday, so hopefully by lunchtime some of these guys will have gone and there'll be room for us to move. But yeah, we just had to kind of throw our rods out. I've put 2 singles and a zig out straight in front of me. I'm just playing it by ear so far. Okay, the lads to the right of us have just had one.
Lads.
Cheers, sir. So the lads to the right of us have just had one. Look like a nice scaly mirror, so good on them. And what's good is out in the lake there, they're probably only fishing, you know, 40 yards, maybe something like that, away from where we are. And I was thinking about moving because there's 4 anglers opposite all packing up at the same time. So I'd give us a good bit of space. So I'm not really sure what to do now, whether to stay here or whether to make a move. Don't know. We'll give it some thought.
Should I stay or should I go? Do.
Crayfish man Alex. Oh, how did it get that? That literally touched down and you've got one. Nom 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 nom. Stand there, you dog. Where are you going to catch that's next, because I'll put it in.
Just need to go further over.
That's not been touched.
No?
No. So this is what I've gone with today, to kind of get over the silt problem. I'm using a helicopter rig on a lead core leader. And it's, in my opinion, the only really way to fish helicopters. I don't particularly like them on the line. I've had it where fish have got stuck in weed and that swivel pulling against the main line just doesn't sit well with me. I know you can get like little line saver beads as well, but anyway, this is the nicest way to do it, I think. And yeah, rather than mess about tying my own, I just bought a couple of packets of them. And then quite a long hook link there just to go over top of the silt, and then a high popple. And I'm actually quite impressed to reel this one in. And it's only got a couple of little nicks out of it from the crayfish, so yeah, pretty happy with that. But I can't believe how quickly Alex had one there. He must have, because he cast, didn't quite fancy the cast, picked it up, bang, crayfish already there, and it was hooked in its claws. So I don't know if it landed and the cray grabbed it, or if he snagged it on the way back in, but man, they're out there. I've checked my other rods. Good thing is, the lads to the left of us have gone, so I can move my rods a little bit further left, because there's guys to the right who we were a little bit worried we were fishing over top of each other earlier. So I've just wound in all my rods, and none of them have been touched by crays. But look at the size of the bloodworm on my zig there. That's incredible. So there must be loads of natural food out there. Got a drop? Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Firm ground. Right on the spot.
Firm ground.
No, Danny's just pathetic. Shadow the man.
My head's gone.
Just been crying most of the morning. Yeah, deep.
Deep salt.
No, not yet. That's at least at 1 o'clock, I would say.
Swans.
Yeah, splash already.
So that's all 3 recast, and yeah, I was pretty happy with that fact that the crayfish didn't touch them, and my pop-up rods actually got a little bit of a drop on both of them, so that is really good. It's the first time I felt the bottom here, which is, yeah, great. So maybe that's a little bit of a firmer feeding area, something like that, who knows. We've got space to the left of us now those anglers have gone, so yeah, a little bit more room to breathe. Okay, I'm a much happier guy because we've moved around to the other side, and when we've been looking at the Facebook group and stuff for this place, it seems like basically all the fish come out around here apart from the odd one opposite. So yeah, much happy that I'm around here, and also I don't now have the problem of people in the next swim casting over my lines. I think part of the trouble was where the bank was that we're on was kind of like a V shape, so to both of us it just looked like in front of us was our water, but nah. Anyway, yeah, around here, whip my singles out and a zig rig. Alex has put out, what, 2 pop-ups?
Yeah, 2, floating sweet corn, and then a pop-up, and then a just standard boilie.
Oh, my left-hand rod is beeping a lot, but I think it's because I've got the sensitivity cranked up on it. But anyway, yeah, feeling much better around here. So our second try has resulted in a blank, and no surprise looking at the weather, it's been snowing, sleeting, hailing for about 3 hours now. We just need to go.
Blooming freezing.
guess?
What?
Still on there! Absolutely spun my rig to hell. Oh my god. Right, good morning. It's third time lucky, so hopefully today's the day we catch. It's pretty early, but I could have been here earlier. My alarm went off at 4:30. I swear I blinked and it was 5:10. But luckily Alex got here before us and got this nice peg here, which is one to the right of where we first set up last time, so we're actually not too bothered because it's where we saw a guy catch a couple from when we were here. Was it 3 weeks ago now? So yeah, hope today's a day. There he is, Barry White. Okay, that's bivvy up and we're nicely fishing. I'll put 2 singles out for now, and what I'm thinking I'm going to do with my third rod is fish it down the middle and put a little bit of bait over it. I didn't do that last time, I only fished singles and zigs, and yeah, I feel like if we're going to sit in the swim all day, I might as well put a little bit out, maybe just half a dozen spawns, and see how that gets on. But I'm just going to wait for it to get a little bit brighter, wait for it to sort of heat up a bit here, because yeah, I don't want to be that guy that turns up first thing and starts bombing straight away. You can often nick a fish quickly on a single hook bait early in the morning. I don't want to rob myself of that chance. So I've just had 3 casts with a leading rod at 17 wraps, so it's just short of 70 yards. And what I plan on doing is putting a rod on that and putting a little bit of bait over it. Here's a rig I've arrived at just to make it as crayfish proof as possible. So a couple of grains of plastic cord that I've actually physically tied on. And then yeah, just a wide gape hook kicker on the front so it comes in a bit quicker. And a very small shot just to balance out the slight buoyancy in those 2 grains of corn there. And that's on helicopter rig, lead core leader, so this can plug in. Hook link can be up here, and this can all be above the silt. So yeah, we'll give it a go and just hope it works. Man, we need to catch this time. So a bit of bait over my middle rod, and all I've done is taken the odds and ends of what I was using on the big pit, so it's pellets, corn, boilies, and just put a lot more corn in, just so that those 2 grains of corn kind of blend in a bit more and get the carp feeding on it, so hopefully it'll pick it up just like it's everything else. That's the theory anyway. Up about your bivvy. Alex has got a new bivvy and is slowly discovering every feature known to man about.
Brilliant.
It's sponsored by crapbivvies.com or whatever.
It came really easy and then just life was a nightmare.
Just both winding in for a recast because the boats are about to come. And Alex has got either some absolutely...
on the end of here.
Have you foul hooked one? What is that? Is it dead fish?
That's fish.
You foul hooked one. I better get the net.
Absolute nightmare that.
That is not good. No, it's dead, mate.
It's dead.
Yeah. Oh, I bet I won't. No. Jesus. Got a dead one after all. I can't believe it. Come on, man. Oh my god, mate. I think it's a ghost carp as well.
It's a shame, isn't it?
Oh,
does it want to come out?
I don't know. What would you do with it?
I think it needs to come out, mate.
Oh, I forgot to clip up. Right, I've clipped up this time. Midday-ish update. So far, I thought I had a run on my right hand rod, but it was the guy in the pegs next to us reeling in. I knew he'd cast over my line. I went round and had a chat, but I let him off because he watches my videos, recognised him straight away, so that's funny. Alex has had a fish, but a dead fish. I've never seen that before, someone winding in. Like I've brought in tiddlers, you know, when you hook them on the way in, but to actually wind in a carp all the way, turns out it's dead. And we've messaged the bailiffs asking what they want to do with it. We said put it in a bin, but it's a public park, so I don't know if we're going to do that. We might wait until we go when it's a lot quieter and then do that, because yeah, pretty, I don't know, stink, and plus with kids being around and that, I don't know. But yeah, pretty disappointing. Hopefully the afternoon's better. On the plus side, for today's takeaway, we're thinking pizza. That'd be great. So I've just wound in for a recast, what will probably be the final cast of the day. It's just gone 2 o'clock, and I've told myself that we'll stay until maybe 6:30, 7, something like that. It's bank holiday, so Alex doesn't have to be at work tomorrow, which is great. Gives us a little bit of extra time. Normally we have to shoot off a bit early. But anyway, time is against us, because I've kind of said to myself that if I don't catch this time, I'm posting this video anyway. I can't keep delaying it, you know, 3 sessions. I've just got to show you it how it is, and if we've blanked, we've blanked. But anyway, what I've decided to do is I've been fishing with pink sent from Hells, and yeah, they absolutely stink and sort of remind me of my first wife a bit. But I'm going to change over to Northern Specials, which are beautiful. They're like Sophie, they are spot on. So we'll give those a go. Hopefully that kind of fruity smell might combat the silt a little bit. And yeah, just got to make it happen. Let me know about this one.
I don't know, I can't know where it is, mate.
I think that's alright.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'm not that far out, so. So, if you've ever wondered what Daniel does when he's fishing, it looks a lot like this. Look at him, scumbag.
Look at my man looking like it's comfortable. So Alex and I have just been chewing the fat about the last 3 sessions and how it's gone. And yeah, we haven't caught, but you kind of have to bear in mind that we've not been here before, and we've not been coming in the best conditions either. But the challenges are very different to what we're used to, certainly different to what I'm used to. The shallow water, the silt, the crayfish, and the fact that it's a lot busier than anywhere I've really fished. You know, maybe I've just had it too good on club waters and things, but you know, you've probably heard that. And there's a guy to my right who, I kid you not, has been casting non-stop for 2.5, 3 hours now. And that's not an exaggeration. I'm not even just spotting for 2.5 hours, just doing everything. And yeah, that sort of thing, combined with the fact that we haven't caught, and we've tweaked our approach a lot. I've got on proven crayfish rigs, if you like, good rigs for fishing silt, you know, helicopter rigs with a bead pushed up, slow sinking pop up, all that. That is classic silt type conditions. Swans have been another thing. Maybe I'm just in this mood because today it's been really hard work, but yeah, at 10 quid a pop it soon adds up, and say it takes us 5 trips to catch a fish, that's 50 quid. You know, do I really want to invest that when, you know, for that money you're halfway towards a decent club ticket there? I don't know. Be interesting to hear what you guys think. I'm not usually a comment below what you think kind of guy, but genuinely on this one, let me know. Do I keep coming here? Do I do something different? Or do we sack it off and find somewhere else? Okay, I'm back home now and that's all my gear away. First thing I want to say is don't let our free blank sessions put you off going there. It's lovely water, and actually I was quite surprised at how easy it was to fish. I thought being a park lake I'd be getting bothered by people all the time. You know, I'm so used to fishing quiet club waters, but I thought it'd be a real sort of step up for me, but nah, it was absolutely fine. And if I could give you a bit of advice, it'd be to probably take your bivvy with you, even on a day session. It's quite nice to have a bit of a wall behind you and seems to give you a bit of privacy. But anyway, yeah, gutted we didn't catch. I felt like today we were building up to something, and really weird for Alex to bring in that big dead carp. We know we put a carp on the bank and it were dead, and actually, to be fair to the bailiff, he came down later on and removed it for us, so yeah, that was good. But anyway, I won't waffle on because I've spoken about all the sort of problems that are there in terms of what you have to get past with fishing. And on our way out, we were chatting to a few of the local anglers, and they said that actually it is a really hard water. Well, it can be anyway. And one of the guys said bait boats help a lot there. And yeah, by casting, you're making it quite hard for yourself on a place that is fairly bait boat dominated. But yeah, I always believe that you can still catch by casting. You just might need to be a little bit quieter about it and be as accurate as possible, I guess. But anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. We will be back. We're probably going to give it a little bit of a break, maybe let it heat up a little bit more, and then go back again and hopefully catch one. Yeah, fingers crossed. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you again next time.